What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is gonna be Love After Lockup season. Oh Lord. Love After Lockup season 3, episode 27. Does this show ever end? We're just gonna keep going. Where's the end? We're at season 20. We're at episode 27. How many more? Are we gonna do it a even round 30? What the hell? Anyway, last week the episode got cut off, and so I privated that video. So for those of you that watched it, I apologize that there was something went on with it. My intention was to go back this week and finish it up and like add the part that somehow got cut off. But honestly, I've had a really bad week, and so I just didn't have time to do it. So I apologize for that. We're just going to pick up with this week, you guys. We're just going to pick up with this week. If y'all want me to, I will unprivate the video so y'all can see what I had to say about. I don't know where I left. I don't know where it cut off, so I don't know what I didn't say. But we're just going to pick up where we left off. We're picking up with Destiny and Sean. Destiny has court in the morning, and she's trying to decide whether she's going to go to court. She's still at her sister's house, and her sister's telling her, listen, you really need to go to court. Like, I get it that you're looking at you're facing some time, but just imagine what's going to happen. You run and you get caught again. She's like, by the time they add on all those years, you're going to be 45 years old before you get out of jail. Like, go, do your time, get it done, and keep it moving. And they say a prayer and everything. And she asked Destiny, she was like, listen, so are you going to court? And Destiny was like, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, she won't give her an answer. She won't tell her. In the meantime, Sean is packing up his stuff and he's on his way. He was like, listen, she told me not to go, but I'm on my way. Listen, let me tell y'all something. In these 27 episodes that we've been watching this show, if I had $5 for every time Sean says $60,000, bitch, I could probably pay my car off. And I just bought my car in October. Okay? I feel like, well, finance my car in October. I didn't buy nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I really feel like, Sean, we get it. We understand your motives. Yes, you love her, but you also have a monetary motive. You was dumb for doing it in the first place, but I ain't mad at you for not letting your money out your pocket, okay? You keep your eye on your money at all times. Anyway, we fast forward to the end of the episode. The last thing we see is her sister standing outside the courthouse saying, listen, when I woke up this morning, Destiny was not there. So I don't know whether Destiny is coming or not. Sean is pulling up and she is like, well, what the hell is he doing here? What the hell you mean? What the hell is he doing here? He wants his money. At this point, he shouldn't care about your sister. He should care about his money. But whatever. Then we have Lamar and what's her name? Adrian? That's not right. I know that's not right. But anyway, yeah, Andrea. Anyway, she comes back home. She realizes that, you know, I guess she want to come home and try to work on her family or whatever. He comes home with some flowers and he apologizes. And he was wrong. Let's be clear. He was wrong in this situation. Her reaction is the problem. The fact that she rolled up on him and tried to create a physical altercation. That was wrong. And I've said that. Even going back to last season, I told y'all I don't like the way it's cool for these women to be putting their hands on these men and we don't act like it's a problem. But let it be the other way around. It'd be a whole nother conversation. But whatever. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to woo-saw. I'm just going to woo-saw that. But he talks to her and he apologizes and she accepts his apology and they talk it out and it's cool. And then later on in the episode, he does talk to Priscilla and lets Priscilla know, listen, I was wrong and I'm not mad at you. You didn't do anything wrong. I should have never asked you to keep this secret. It wasn't fair to you and I was wrong for asking you to keep a secret. And she was like, yeah, I thought you were going to be mad at me. And he was like, no, I wasn't mad at you. You didn't do anything wrong. And so I can appreciate that he did that because he was wrong. And I can appreciate him apologizing to his daughter, right? So there's that. Listen, Michael and Sarah, I just don't care. I can't. I don't. Michael packs up his stuff and he goes over to the house because remember Sarah offered and said that he could come in and he could stay there for the remainder of his, I guess, time that he was going to be up in New York. And so he comes through and then he starts flirting with her and they start making googly eyes at each other. Child, I can't with the two of them. Sarah, listen, if you don't want no, I can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself, Sarah. I can't. Okay? I don't know what it is about this man. I don't know what it is that I can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself. Okay? Because they probably, as soon as the camera's up, they probably was digging it out, okay? Anyway. Scott and Crazy Girl. I'm just gonna call her Crazy Girl. I'm not even giving her a name no more. Scott and Crazy Girl. Scott says, listen, I tried with this child. This is the reason why her ass gonna be back in jail in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I really tried with this girl. I can't no more. Okay, I can't no more. And he goes in the house and he sees the house is trashed. And he was like, yeah, I'm not surprised by this. Now, mind you, she only trashed one room. She trashed that office. She didn't do the living room, dining room, bedroom. She trashed his office. And I found that to be very interesting that she only did one room. But he said he wasn't shocked by it. He wasn't surprised by it. And for her side of it, she's basically telling him he going to have to leave. She's on the phone with somebody trying to find out what her, I guess, squatters' rights are in Mississippi. Because she's like, I'm not leaving. I shouldn't have to leave. He's going to leave. And here's my thing. Scott was like, I'm not worried about none of this. That's why her name ain't on nothing. That's why she don't know nothing. He was like, any paperwork that I left laying around is paperwork that I didn't care about her seeing. It's really not anything that's going to make or break my life. Now, I don't, you know, squatters' rights, they vary from state to state. I don't know what the squatters' rights are in the state of Mississippi. But I will say this. Scott, if you don't already know, you probably need to look into it. Because she is definitely trying to create a situation where she's living in that house and you're not. And she even said, I mean, he can stay here and keep paying the bills while I enjoy my life, you know. But he gonna have to leave. Now, the other thing is, what about Department of Corrections? Like, what paperwork? Like, clearly that is where your paperwork has you there. So what paperwork do y'all have to put in to get him, to get you off of that and to get you back to your mother's house? Like, I have no idea what the next move is, but they really are at a stalemate right now because Scott, as much as you may want her out and her name is not on any of the paperwork, she ain't on the lease, she ain't on none of the utility bills or nothing. If her paperwork from the state of Mississippi has released her to your custody for however long, like, what y'all got to go through to get that changed or reversed? I mean, I don't know. But that chick is crazy. Now, I know in real life what happened. I'm not going to tell, I mean, in real time what happened. But, I mean, you know, I ain't going to tell y'all that. Y'all can find it on YouTube like I found it onto the YouTube. All right. Now, down, oh, Lord. Down in Virginia, we have, what's my girl? So we got the Lacey, John, and Shane saga. That's who I was thinking about. Now, Shane is pissed off because Lacey still has not told him that John is out of jail. He had to find out from the daddy. And he is like sitting around waiting for her to tell him. He like, so, what's good? So, what's new? So, you know, like he's, you know, they having dinner and he keep trying to come up with these scenarios about being honest and you should always be honest. You should always tell the truth. And she was like, oh, did you learn that in jail? Is that what you, I was like, oh, hitting him with the little comments. But I'm sure she knows that he knows, right? Or feels like he knows because the way he's talking and the way he's acting. And so he finally, you know, he doesn't do it in front of the kids, but he finally, like, you know, confronts her about it. And she was just like, you know, well, I mean, I haven't talked to him. I haven't reached out to him. You know, I don't care. I'm pregnant with your baby. Like, what would I look like being all up in his face or whatever? And then she's pissed at her dad because she was like, I told my dad that in confidence and he betrayed my confidence by telling Shane, you know, I'm really upset with my dad about it because I'm, you know, now I can't trust him. But let me tell you something. Lacey, you have a bad record when it comes to these two guys, but I understand your thought process and not telling him about it so that he wouldn't go over there and get into no type of altercation. Like, I definitely understand that. I get it. But I also understand he needs to know what's going on because he out here on these streets and anybody can roll up on him at any time. Okay? We got to see him burn up, John burn up a whole, I guess I'm supposed to be a grilled cheese sandwich, child. And, you know, meet up with him and you know, meet up with one of his cellmates, Lloyd, from jail. And, you know, Lloyd is talking to him about what his next steps are, you know, like, you know, us doing more. He's like, listen, I'm a little worried about you sitting in this house playing solitaire by your damn self. Like, I really think you need to get out. You need to figure some things out. He was like, you know, we really need, you have opportunities to do some things different than what landed you in jail to begin with. Like, you have some really serious, like, so I really need you to work that out. And then, of course, he has to talk about his whole situation. And then, of course, you know, he had to talk about how he thought Lacey was the one that set him up. And Lacey was the one that put him in jail. And he said, you know, I don't know why I keep going back to her. Maybe it's because I don't have any closure. And Lloyd was like, well, bro, what you need to do to get closure? Because this is ridiculous. Like, she called the cops on you. Y'all got, like, what you need to do to get closure? And he was like, I don't know. So that's that. That's them. Puppy and Amber. Child. So Puppy and Amber, they get it together, honey. They get glammed up, glossed up. Amber puts on her best Spanx and push-up bra. I mean, Puppy. And Puppy look, I mean, they look both, you know, Puppy look cute. And they get drunk, honey, and they go on a night on the town. And Puppy gets to meet all of Amber's friends. They go there at a gay club, and she's meeting all of her friends, whatever. And Amber is like, well, I mean, I guess I'm gay. I don't know. And I was like, this is just weird. They end up getting drunk and grinding and dancing and making out the whole night. And Puppy is like, you know what? I don't understand what's really going on here. Like, she been acting real funny and standoffish. Now we going out. We at the gay club around her gay friends. And now all of a sudden she gay. And she rolling up, grinding up on me and kissing up on me and everything. She was like, it seems like the only time Amber want to be bothered with me is when she drunk. Like, when she, it's like almost like she has to get that liquid courage to want to be with me. But I don't need that. Like, I like her whether I'm sober, whether I'm drunk or whatever. Like, I like her all the way around. Like, I don't need, you know, I don't need all of that to keep me focused. And so she was just like, I don't know how I feel about this. And she sort of had like a little attitude with Puppy. And of course Puppy was like, well, what's wrong? What'd I do? No, I mean, Amber, shit. Reverse. Amber was talking to Puppy and was like, well, what's wrong? Like, why you being funny? Why you acting funny? But Puppy figuring some things out. Puppy realizing that, you know what? I feel like she ain't really feeling me the way I want her to feel me. Like, this ain't what I envisioned. This ain't what I envisioned. Anyway, last but not least, Quaylin and Chevelle. Quaylin lands at the airport, and he has absolutely no idea where Chevelle is. Now, here's the thing. I'm fine with the way they did this, because if Quaylin had gotten off that plane, gotten in an Uber, and went directly to where she was, I'd have been like, now how the hell he know where she was? So I'm cool with the fact that he ain't know where she was, right? Let me start there. But here's the funny part about that. Here's the funny part. This fool is literally walking around Branson looking for Chevelle with his suitcase. He just walking. He just walking. He's calling her. She won't answer the phone. And then finally, as if it was an epiphany, it hit him. Wait a minute. Baby girl got her own cell phone. Let me call her. So he calls the little girl, which I don't know why that little girl has a cell phone. But anyway, he calls her. She answers the phone. Hey, Daddy. He's like, hey, what y'all doing? We having fun. Where your mama? She in the bathroom. Now, she's with the cousin, D-Mac, DeMarcus, D-Money, whatever. And he was like, what he want? Who you on the phone with? Who you talking to? And he was like, oh, what's that? He said, what's around you? Tell me what's around you. And he got her on FaceTime, so he sees this big Ferris wheel, right? So he gets off the phone. He goes into, like, I guess, a tourist place, someplace, you know. He says, what's around here that has a big Ferris wheel? Where can I find that? And so she tells him where it is. And he said, I know this sounds crazy. He said, but I'm here to see my girlfriend. She don't know I'm here. You know, I'm here to surprise her, and I'm just trying to find her. Now, to me, that would have gave off stalker tease, and I probably wouldn't have told you nothing. Like, how you just gonna show up where your girlfriend is, and she don't know you coming, and you don't know where she is. All you know is she near a Ferris wheel. That come off very stalkerish to me. I probably wouldn't have gave him no information. But anyway, the woman told him, and he said, well, can I walk there? Do I need to, you know, catch a ride? And she was like, yeah, it's about 4 miles. I don't know about you walking. But the next thing you know, we see him walking with that damn suitcase. So we see DeMarcus talking to Chevelle, and she's talking about how she need to move on, and he ain't the person that she want him to be, and he not the person that she needed him to be, and She just need to move on. And he was like, yeah, and that's why you can't be introducing these dudes to your daughter. Like, you know, you can't be doing that. You know, you putting, you know, you got her calling him daddy. Like, she not gonna just stop calling him daddy just because you stop calling him daddy, you know. And she was like, I know you right. And she talking big stuff, right? Then here come Quaylen rolling up on them. Why she got the cheeses? She got the biggest smile on her face. She got up, she hugged him, and oh, she's so happy to see him. What you doing here? Oh my gosh, why you here? Oh my goodness, what? Oh my gosh, why you came to see me? Like, it was ridiculous. Y'all, it was so ridiculous. And of course, cousin is pissed off now. He giving her the side eye like, I don't even have nothing to say to her. I don't have nothing to say to her right now. And, you know, the cousin and Quaylen kind of going back and forth. You know, they doing that macho, you know, see who's is bigger thing. And he gets up and he walks off. He's like, listen, I don't have nothing to say to her right now because, like, the minute he show up, it's all smiles and giggles. But 5 seconds ago, it was he ain't shit. He was like, I don't. He's like, I'm here to support her. I'm here for her. And she right back with this dude. He was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. And that's sort of where the episode ends. I feel like we got something coming. We saw in the previews that there's some stuff coming down the road with the two of them, baby. But anyway, that was this episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.